He got behind me. I just said to myself, like, this is it. I'm going to jail. To be honest with y'all, I was really thinking of what I was going to tell my parents once they got that call. You feel me? What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video with your boy DDK, and today I'll be telling y'all the story of the time that I almost got arrested. All right, so boom, once upon a time I was not taking care of the necessary responsibilities that I was supposed to be taking care of in regards to my car. All right, let's just say that I was in a situation where if a cop got behind me and ran my plates, depending on the discretion of the officer, I was either going to jail or I was getting a fat ticket. Okay, so boom, at the time I was working deep in the suburbs, right? And I get off work and I ain't gonna lie, you know, I'm bumping Young Boy, you know what I'm saying? So my energy is real hard. So I come to a four-way stop and I'm rolling through it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm about to turn right. I'm rolling through it, and just as I'm making the turn, I look left and I see like an undercover cop. You know, it's one of those cop cars where it's like, it just looks like a regular Ford truck. You know, only way you know it's the cop is you see that fat old little flashing light that's on the side of the, you know what I'm saying? So as soon as I kid y'all not, as soon as I seen him, I ain't never slammed on my brakes so hard in my life, because I was rolling through a stop sign, right? I ain't never slammed on my brakes so hard in my life. My forehead was dang near in my front windshield, okay? I ain't lying to you. I'm looking at him, he looking at me, I'm waiting on him to go, he waiting on me to go, all right? So he eventually, after like a long 5 or 6 seconds, he give me one of these, like, you know, like, go ahead. So I make my turn, and I kid y'all not, as soon as I made the turn, he got behind me. I just said to myself, like, this is it. I'm going to jail. To be honest with y'all, I was really thinking of what I was going to tell my parents once they got that call. You feel me? So I make the right turn, he get behind me. Now, as soon as I made the right turn, there was an elementary school on my right side, right? So as soon as I make the right turn from the four-way stop, I bust a right and I dip into the elementary school. He busts a right, he dip into the elementary school. So I'm like, oh man. So I pull up to the parking and I park my car in the elementary school, in the parking spot. Park my car, and at the time, it was like that time of the day where the kids just went home, school just let out, but teachers are still in the building. You know, a few stray students might be in the building as well. You feel what I'm saying? So I park, and the cop is probably like 20, 30 feet away from me. Like, he not parking too, but he's like right next to the parking, on the parking lot, waiting on me to come out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be honest, I just got out. I got out the car, locked my car, to make it look natural, you know what I'm saying? And started walking to the door at the elementary school. Now it's an elementary school, so you know they had to buzz me in. So they buzz me in, and I walk in. As soon as I walk in, I see these two white ladies sitting at, you know, the front desk. Now let me tell y'all something. Older white women are some of the nicest people you'll ever come across in your life. I kid you not, okay? You take it from me. Some of the nicest people you will ever come across in your life. So as soon as I walked in, and as soon as I turned the corner and seen them at the front desk, it's just all teeth. You know what I'm saying? From ear to ear, just all smiles. They don't even ask me why I'm there, what I need. They just immediately start doing small talk. Well, hiya, hello, handsome. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hello, hiya. They both talking to me at the same time. Hiya, hello, handsome, how are ya? I'm like, I'm doing good. They talking. Now, if it's one thing that I learned being in college, is how to use your critical thinking skills, you know, how to develop critical thinking skills. So eventually, as the conversation goes on, you know, one of them goes, so how can I help you, sweetie? And this, I don't even know where it came from. I just went. I was like, hi, my name's Danny. I just graduated a little while back, and, you know, but when I graduated, I moved out of the district. And now I'm moving back and coming to see everything. It's just amazing, the expansion of the school district. Like, none of these schools were here, none of these buildings were here. It was just crazy. Like, I really just stopped in and just really just come and look at it, because I didn't see this when I was a kid, you know? And just now I know, okay? I know, you ain't gotta say it. As soon as I got done talking, the lady was like, oh my gosh, yes, Danny, it's crazy, isn't it? They built this, that. It just went on a whole little tangent and of telling me the infrastructure that they didn't build as a school district in the last 3 years. So it gets to a point where I'm assuming that he's the head guy, okay? Because just how, you know, how he was dressed, how they was talking to him, a man walks out from the back office. So the lady that was talking to me, she's, Andrew, come here. This is Danny. He tells my whole story. You know, he just graduated a little while ago, and he just can't believe all of the expansion that we've done. So Andrew come out, you know, and hey, what's going on, buddy? He shake my hand, a hard handshake, firm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what's going on, man? He like, oh, man, she tells me that, you know, we just start small talking. Now, while he talking to me, I'm looking out the window, the side window that's next to all of us, the desk, and the cop is still there. So, you know, I still gotta, you know, so I'm like, what's going on, Andy? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, man? How you like the, and we just talking. So eventually, after about 2 or 3 minutes or so, I look out the window again to see if the cop is still there. I look, the cop is no longer there. So now I take like one step backwards and I'm about to say my goodbye. And good old Andy says, what, you want to talk? Let me take you on a tour of the building. Let me show you. Come on. He don't even give me a chance to answer. He just starts walking, all right? So I'm like, I kid y'all not. This man proceeded to take me on a tour of the entire elementary school. I wouldn't lie to y'all. The entire elementary school. And he's just talking. Like, you could tell that he had been waiting to give somebody a tour of the building, right? He talking like, oh, this is the art room. The kids love the art room. The art teacher is really cool. You know, she really works well with the kids. This is our math hall. This is the music room. You know, I was big on guitar when I was a kid. He just talking like diarrhea at the mouth. He come up to one of the lockers. We walking in the hallway, and he like, yeah, the lockers, you know, the lockers are kind of small, man. We don't get the same funding as the major schools in the district. But, you know, he started leaning on the locker like this, talking to me. Like, we don't get the same funding as, you know, other big schools. But, you know, we make do with what we can. You know, the kids really enjoy it. They really benefit from it. You know, that's what it's all about, right? You know how people look at you while they talking for confirmation and go like this. I was like, yeah. So it's all about the kids. You're absolutely right, man. Absolutely. So it gets to a point where we go around the entire school, dang near classroom by classroom. He got a story for each different classroom, right? So we about, I don't know, towards the end of the tour, I'm assuming, and some contractors were there working on the building. So he's talking to me. He see the contractors, and he's, hey, John, this is Danny. Say hello. So he stopped working. Hey, what's going on, Danny? I'm like, what's going on, John? You all right? He's like, yeah, man. So he started telling him my story. Yeah, he was just amazed at all the it was so much. It was so much. I felt so bad. So eventually we get to the end of the tour and he's like, yeah, man, that's it. You know, I'm sorry. It's not as big. He just kept saying, sorry. I'm sorry. It's not as big as, you know, the bigger schools in the district. It's not probably what you were looking for, but is there anything in specific that you wanted to do in terms? I was like, no, man, literally, dog. Like, I work out here now, you know? I started doing that thing that he was doing, you know? I work out here now. And he was like, yeah, totally. Yeah. It's a lot of jobs around here. I was like, yeah. And, you know, it's just amazing to see the expansion of the school district. Being out here now, all of the different add-ons that we've created, all the infrastructure, it's amazing. It must be, I just started talking. Must be plenty of jobs because I wanted to leave on a good note. You know what I'm saying? If I come in there on a good note and then I leave like, yeah, like I can't leave like that. I gotta leave how I came in. You feel me? So I'm doing all that. We talking, and at the end, he was like, man, it's a pleasure to meet you, man. What was your name again? Tell him my name. He's like, man, I hope to see you again sometime soon, man. Take care. I was like, all right, Andy, you take care too, man. And I walked out and I just felt terrible. I felt terrible because I just couldn't believe that I just did this. I felt awful. But once I got to the parking lot, looked up and saw that the cop wasn't there no more, it uplifted my spirits. And to be honest, I had a great night. Amazing night. Slept like a baby, ate good. It was all good. So if you like this video, like it, comment, subscribe. We out.
We're back on the beat.